Namaste, YouTube Yogis. Welcome to class today. Today, I'll be taking you through a quick leg power flow. This will be about 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. Coming into a tabletop position, we're just going to warm up the body before we begin our flow. We'll begin to come through some cat-cows here. Inhale into cat pose, dipping the chest down, and exhale, protracting through the shoulders, tucking the tailbone under for cat. Inhale through cow, and exhale through cat. One more just like that. Inhale, chest down, heart open. Exhale, close it off, belly button into the spine. On your next breath, coming into a tabletop, extend the right leg out and back behind you, the left arm forward, keeping the spine long. Inhale here and exhale to crunch knee to elbow, repeating this for anywhere from 5 to 10 times. We call this a tiger crunch, really focusing on that core engagement through the belly button, and then slowly begin to take some pulses through the right leg, setting the left hand down. Taking about 20 pulses here, just really starting to activate the posterior chain of the legs. And then take your right leg directly out to the side and set it down. Coming through some gate pose oscillations, begin to sit back on the heels and come back up. Really flossing through those hip joints and bringing a blanket under your left knee if you need. Now coming up so that the spine is stacked over the hips, we'll take the right arm out, extended to the right ankle or shin, and bend over towards the right side of the room. Coming back through center, bringing the hands back down, we'll lift the right leg up, extend it back towards the back of the room, and set the knee down. We'll repeat all of that on the left. But first, we'll take knees, chest, chin. Inhale to shift forward, and exhale, begin to lower the chest down. Inhale, peeling the chest up for a baby cobra. And exhale, pressing back through tabletop to repeat on the left side. Inhale to extend the left leg out and back, flexing the foot, and extend the right arm forward, keeping the spine long and neutral. Exhale, curl knee to elbow. Really think about scooping the belly button up towards the spine here for some core engagement as well as posterior chain engagement. Taking about 5 to 10 repetitions here. On the last rep, extending long, bringing the right hand back to plant on the mat, and taking some tiny pulses with the left leg to wake up that hamstring and glute. About 20 reps here. On your last rep, send the left leg out towards the left side of the room and set the foot down over towards the left, keeping the left knee a little micro bent, and begin to shift forwards and backwards, flossing through the hips in this oscillating gate pose. Then after about 3 times through, we'll come to stack the spine over the hips, sending the left hand out to reach for the ankle or the shin, and bringing the right arm up and over the ear for a nice right side body stretch. Inhale, coming back up through center, and exhale, planting the hands back down, lifting the left leg up, taking it back behind us, and coming back through tabletop. Inhale, shoulders over wrists, lowering down knees, chest, chin. Inhale to come through cobra pose, and exhale, lowering it back down, belly to the mat. We'll come through a locust pose. Take an inhale to extend the arms and the legs out from the core, and exhale to lift the arms and the legs, planting just the hips into the mat for locust pose. Maybe alternating some swimmers here lifting the right arm with the left leg and the left arm with the right leg, alternating sides, feeling once again, some back body engagement, waking up the entire posterior chain. Inhale to lift it up, and exhale, lower down, pressing up through upward facing dog, and then we will roll back into our first down dog of class today. Maybe walking out the legs, warming up the ankles and the calves. Inhale to step forward, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, reach up, lengthen up, and exhale, dive it back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, coming through a runner's lunge with the right knee bent. And exhale, stepping it back, high plank, lowering down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, upward facing dog or cobra on the inhale. And exhale, roll it back to down dog. Taking a deep inhale here and a nice deep exhale. On the next inhale, lift heels, bend knees. Exhale, step the left foot followed by the right up, halfway lift. And exhale, fold it back down. Inhale, arms up, reach up, lengthen up. And exhale, dive it back down into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift here. And exhale, this time step the right foot back, coming through a runner's lunge with the left knee forward. And exhale, stepping it back through high plank, taking your vinyasa, whether that's chaturanga, up dog, or knees, chest, chin, cobra. Taking a nice deep inhale here, followed by a deep exhale to reset. On our next inhale, lift heels, bend knees. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, reach up, lengthen up. And exhale, sitting back into the heels, bending through the knees, lifting the arms for chair. As you hold this chair, you want to suck your belly button in towards your spine. And on the exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, stepping the left foot back, coming through a runner's lunge with the right foot forward. Then pivoting the left heel down, keeping the hips square to the front of the room. Inhale up for warrior one. And exhale, planting the hands, meeting in down dog, either through vinyasa or heading straight there. Taking nice deep breaths here. Preparing for our sun salutation B on the opposite side. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sitting low through the heels, belly button to spine in our chair pose. And exhale to stand tall. Inhale, sitting low, back through our chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping the right foot back through a runner's lunge and then pivoting the right heel onto the mat, coming through warrior one on the left side. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, planting the hands, stepping back through plank and meeting in downward dog, whether through vinyasa or heading straight there. Taking deep breaths in, followed by deep breaths out. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Square, keeping the hips square, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, reaching back up. And exhale, bringing the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, reach it back up, three-legged dog. And exhale, right knee to right elbow. And then step the right foot on the outside of the right hand, coming into a wide lunge here. And then on the exhale, stepping your left leg up into a low squat position. Not quite malasana, but higher. Inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale to dive it down. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, coming into a chair pose here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump directly through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Inhale, left leg back up. And exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg up and back. And this time, left knee hits the left elbow, and then step the left foot on the outside of the left hand for a wide lunge here. Inhale to open the chest forward. And then on the exhale, step your right foot up to the outside of the right hand, coming into a low squat. Feeling the engagement in the glutes and the quads. Inhale to stand up, and exhale, fold it forward. Walking the feet in towards one another. We'll inhale to sit low through chair pose, reaching up, belly button to spine. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Vinyasa. Moving through the breath to meet in downward facing dog, however you get there. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Inhale, up and back. And exhale, knee to right tricep, stepping the right foot on to the outside of the right hand, coming through lunge. Stepping the left foot up to the outside of the left hand coming through squat. And exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift, pivoting the feet in towards one another. And exhale, sitting low through chair pose, coming through an inhale. And then exhale, folding it forward. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, step or jump back through plank to chaturanga to upward facing dog to meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to right tricep or elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to left tricep or elbow, and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Inhale to open the chest forward in this wide lunge. And then exhale to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, coming through our squat. Inhale to halfway lift as you fold, and exhale to fold down over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, walking the feet in towards one another. And exhale to sit low into chair, and inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale to fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, move through Vinyasa to meet in downward facing dog. Taking those deep breaths here to reset before we flow again. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to right elbow, stepping right foot to the outside of right hand, wide lunge. Exhale to step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, this time coming into a deep malasana squat. Option if you don't have the ankle mobility for malasana to bring a block underneath the sit bones for an assist. Inhale to lengthen the spine here, and exhale to sink deeper into the hips, elongating the spine even further. On your next inhale, stand up tall. And exhale, fold it down with wide legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step or jump back through high plank, chaturanga, upward dog, finally meeting in downward dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, up and back. And exhale, knee to left elbow, step it wide. Coming through a wide lunge, chest is forward on the inhale. And on the exhale, stepping the right foot to the outside of the right hand. This time sinking low into Malasana. Once again, bringing that block underneath the sit bones if that helps you in this pose. Inhale, elongating the spine in Malasana. And exhale to sink lower. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lengthen up. And exhale, dive it forward with wide legs. Inhale, halfway up, lift. And exhale, stepping back through plank, taking your vinyasa or meeting directly in downward facing dog. Resetting the breath here in down dog, coming back to our Ujjayi breath each time we meet in down dog. On their next inhale, rolling forward, and exhale, lowering down to the belly. We're going to take some lotus pose here. Inhale, coming up through a low cobra to lift the chest. Feel the shoulder blades track down the spine. And then exhale, lower down. Extend the arms out directly from the body. And to prepare, press the thighs into the mat as well as the hips and really engage through the belly in order to create a lift of the legs and the chest. Then slowly begin to take some lotus lifts where you lift the chest and the legs at the same time. Taking about 10 reps here and then resting the cheek to the mat. Really feeling the engagement through the back of the core and the front of the core as well. Coming back through another 10 reps, slowly begin to lift the legs, trying to think of lifting the thighs off the ground, where your only point of contact with the mat is the hips and a little bit of the belly, and maybe the upper thighs. You inhale to rise the body up and exhale to lower back down. After your last rep, go ahead and press yourself back up through high plank and exhale back into downward facing dog. Once again, resetting your breath here, preparing for our next sequence. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, step the right foot up to meet the right thumb. Inhale, hips are square to the front of the room for a high lunge. Holding your lunge here, inhaling to lengthen the spine and exhaling to sink a little bit deeper, keeping the legs strong in this pose. Once again, thinking of squaring your hips to the front of the room. Inhale to shift forward and exhale, hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and lifting the chest up, coming through a lunge twist. Option to lower the back knee down. Option to open the hands wide, placing the left hand on the ground. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling. On your next inhale, opening the hips up to face the left side of the room, coming through a warrior two. The back foot, middle arch, it meets the front heel. Then inhale to reverse your warrior and exhale to come through side angle. And oscillate between these two poses, taking whatever variation, whether that's arm to thigh or hand to the mat. Last round here, coming through side angle, option to take a bind if that's in your practice, hooking the right arm underneath the right leg and reaching back with the left arm to grab a hold of the right hand. And you really want to open the chest up towards the ceiling here, lifting the torso off of the thigh. Now coming out of this, we're going to shift forward into a half moon pose, bringing the right hand to either the floor or a block in front of the right foot. It's okay if you fall out of it. As you can see, I lose my balance as well. And you want to slowly open the hips up towards the left side of the room as we did in Warrior Two. Now closing off the hips, keeping the left leg extended back. We'll come through either a supported Warrior Three or taking a full variation, lifting the hands up off of the ground. Lifting the chest forward on an inhale, and then exhale, bringing the left knee to the back of the right calf for a Shiva squat. Inhale back up, and exhale lower for Shiva squat. One more time, Shiva squat, and then coming up through standing, bringing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh or the right shin for a tree pose. Taking whatever variation allows you to hold the balance with the most stability. Option to take the arms up overhead and maybe take the gaze up with it to challenge your balance. And exhale, coming out of tree pose, bringing the left knee into the chest, and then slowly begin to shift back through our Warrior Three and step back into high lunge. And exhale, straightening out the front knee and folding over the leg for a pyramid pose. Rebending into the front knee, stepping back through high plank, and taking your Vinyasa or meeting in downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in here, followed by a deep breath out. Next inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lifting up for high lunge. And exhale, settling into the pose. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale, settle. Last time, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, bringing the hands into heart center and twisting with the right elbow to hook onto the outside of the left knee. Gazing over to the left shoulder. Option to lower the right knee onto the mat. Option also to spread the arms wide, taking the right arm to the floor. And maybe you even have a bind in your practice. On your next inhale, opening the hips up towards the right side of the room, arms extend out for Warrior Two. Holding here for a breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, reversing your warrior, and exhale, lowering down into side angle. Inhale, reverse, and exhale, side angle. Last time, inhale to reverse, and exhale, coming into whatever variation of side angle you choose, whether that is forearm to thigh, hand to the inside of the left foot, or if a bind is in your practice, taking that here. Making sure to open the chest up towards the ceiling, gazing up towards the ceiling if you're taking the bind, and lifting the torso off of the thigh. Releasing whatever variation of side angle you take, and slowly begin to reach that left arm forward to a block or to the floor, and lifting that right hip or the right foot and stacking the right hip on top of the left, keeping the open hip position for a half moon pose. And then slowly begin to bring the right arm back down to the mat, squaring the hips off towards the front of the room. Inhaling to lift the chest forward, coming into our Warrior Three. Option to keep the hands into heart center, or to fly the arms to the front of the room, or keeping hands at either side. Bring the hands back into heart center. And on your next exhale, slowly bringing that right knee to the back of the left ankle, taking your Shiva squats. taking about 3 reps here. On the last rep, coming up into stand, bringing that right knee in towards the chest, hugging it in, and taking some ankle rolls to loosen up the ankle joints. And then bring the right foot onto the inside of the left thigh or the left shin. Option to take your arms up overhead or keeping them in prayer hands at heart center. Taking deep breaths in here and deep breaths out. Bringing the right knee back towards the center and stepping slowly back through Warrior 3 into high lunge. And then on the exhale, straightening out that front knee, taking a pyramid pose. Inhale to shift forward through lunge, and exhale, taking your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Taking this time to reset your Ujjayi breath. Coming back to those inhales and exhales. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, stepping the right foot forward for high lunge. And exhale, left elbow hooks to right knee, twisting open to the right side. On your next inhale, opening the left hips up to the left for Warrior 2. And taking those oscillations between your reverse warrior and side angle here, taking 3 in total. Whatever variation of side angle you choose. And then on the third oscillation, shifting forward through that half moon pose, gazing up toward the ceiling if you can keep your balance. And then exhale, closing off the hips, coming through Warrior 3. Inhale, keeping the chest forward. And exhale, bringing the left knee to the back of the right ankle. Inhale, knee to ankle. And taking one more knee to ankle, Shiva squat, bringing the left knee in towards the chest, and then option to extend the left foot out here, straightening through the knee, feeling that quad burning. Then like a pendulum, swing the left leg back, stepping back through high lunge. And then exhale, folding over that front leg, straightening out through the knee. Inhale, shifting forward through runner's lunge. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, step it forward, high lunge. Inhaling here. And then exhale, hooking right elbow to left knee to twist. Taking one inhale here to lengthen. And then exhale, opening up into Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Last time, inhale, reaching up and back for the reverse. And then exhale, reaching that left arm forward, finding your half moon pose, keeping the hips open to the right side of the room and stacked on top of one another. On your next exhale, closing off the hips, coming into Warrior 3. And then exhale, bringing right knee to left ankle, Shiva squat. Taking another Shiva squat and a third Shiva squat. Inhaling the right knee in towards the chest, option to straighten the leg, feeling that quad burn. And then slowly, like a pendulum, swing that right leg back, stepping through high lunge, inhaling here, and exhale through runner's lunge, straightening out through the front knee for pyramid pose. Inhale, straightening through runner's lunge, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, lowering the knees to prepare for a camel pose here. Bringing the hands to the hips and then planting the hands to the back of the hips for our supported camel pose, and slowly keeping the chin tucked in towards the chest until the final moment. I'm going to slowly lean back, trying to open through the upper back, maybe eventually reaching back for the ankles to open the chest further, allowing the head to controllably fall back. To come out of this, first thing that comes up is the chin to the chest, and then you slowly begin to sit down onto the heels, maybe allowing your spine to roll forward to counteract the back bend. Then we're going to take a variation of hero pose. Option 1 is to keep the right knee bent, sitting the buttocks in between the left leg and the right foot, and extend the left leg long. Or option to have both knees bent and sit the butt in between both feet. You can stay seated upright in this position, or if it's in your practice, taking a small back bend, you can lower the torso down into this resting hero's pose. If you experience any sort of lower back tightness or pain, I highly recommend skipping out on this variation of the pose and opting for one of the previous. Inhaling to come up and shake out the ankles. And now we will come through Baddha Konasana pose or butterfly. Placing the palms of the feet together. An option to stay seated up here, taking these butterfly legs, or as you see me doing on the screen, taking a forward fold over the knees and pressing the elbows into the knees for a more intense hip opening here. Once again, breathing deeply. Slowly begin to sit up straight in this pose if you took the forward fold. And extend the feet out, planting the palms of the feet into the mat and bending the knees to lower down. We will take our optional inversion for this practice. Here I'm demonstrating plow pose, which is an option to take the legs up and overhead. Or if you feel comfortable taking a shoulder stand in your practice, that's fine. I, for one, do not prefer to take shoulder stand because of the risk to the neck and the shoulders. So you'll see me resting here in plow pose. Hands can come to the lower back or clasped behind the back. Slowly coming out of this inversion, rolling slowly vertebrae by vertebrae. Optional happy baby here to take one final release of the hips. And then coming into your Savasana pose, our final relaxation. You've made it to the best part of the practice because now all those physical asanas we moved through can manifest in the spiritual awakening that yoga is all about. Slowly beginning to come back out of Savasana into a seated pose. Bringing hands to heart center, bowing the forehead to the thumbs. Thank you all for joining me in this practice today. We'll bow and say Namaste.